You know that feeling you get when you're about to board a plane for a long trip? The excitement, the anticipation, the sense that you're about to start a new chapter in your life. But then, there's that tiny voice in the back of your head. What if something goes wrong? What if a flight gets cancelled, or your bag gets lost, or even worse, you get sick in a foreign country? I've been there. A few years ago, I decided to take a 6-month backpacking trip through Europe. No real plan, no exact route, just me, my backpack, and a ton of dreams. And of course, like anyone would, I was excited. But there was also this little knot of fear in my stomach. You see, I'm someone who's always been a little bit cautious, especially when it comes to things like health or financial security. So, even though I was feeling pretty confident about my trip, I knew deep down I needed to take one extra step to make sure I was fully covered. That's when I stumbled upon travel insurance. Honestly, I hadn't thought much about it before. I mean, who does, right? But after some research, it hit me. I would be far from home for half a year. Anything could happen. At the time, I had no idea just how much of a lifesaver that decision would be. Fast forward to 3 months into the trip. I was in Spain, soaking in the sun, feeling like I had everything figured out. But then I woke up one morning with the worst stomach pain I'd ever felt. I tried to brush it off at first, but it kept getting worse. I had no idea what was going on, and the thought of navigating the Spanish healthcare system with zero knowledge of the language was freaking me out. I thought about calling the insurance hotline, but honestly, I didn't think it'd be helpful. I didn't want to spend hours trying to explain what was going on or worry about whether they'd cover anything at all. But you know what? I called. And to my surprise, they had an English-speaking rep available almost immediately. They walked me through everything, arranged for an appointment with a local doctor, and even covered the medical costs up front. I was in shock, but also so grateful. Without that coverage, I would have been stuck with a hospital bill that would have cost me more than my entire trip combined. Not to mention, the peace of mind I had knowing I could handle anything that came my way. I realized, right then and there, that I would never travel without insurance again. So, here's the thing. You don't know what's going to happen on the road. You can't predict missed flights, injuries, illnesses, or unexpected changes in your plans. But having the right coverage gives you something invaluable. Security. It allows you to focus on what really matters, exploring new places, meeting people, and soaking in all the beauty the world has to offer. It doesn't matter if you're going for a weekend or a year. Insurance is just one of those things that's totally worth it for your own peace of mind. That's why I started using Auras.insure. It's not a big deal, it's just a simple, practical way to get the coverage I need without any of the hassle. They've got really straightforward options for long-term travelers like me. You don't need to feel overwhelmed by the idea of insurance. It's actually pretty easy to get it right. And for someone like me, who tends to overthink everything, knowing that Auras has my back on my trips makes all the difference. So yeah, if you're planning your next adventure, I highly recommend checking them out. Not as an ad, but as a legit travel hack that could save you. Trust me, you won't regret it. And in case you're wondering, I never travel without it anymore.